Hello and welcome to this video. Today we have another STP review from Ackobom. If you've been watching my videos before, you know I love Ackobom's prosthetics. So yeah, let's get into it. Unfortunately, this time I didn't film the unboxing, but you always get the prosthetic in one of these soft blue bags with their logo on it, which is nice so that you always have somewhere to keep the packer safe and sound. And along with the packer, you get one of these. It's their logo. It's a penguin. I don't remember what these are called, but you can basically sew these on like your backpack, for example, or a jacket. Can you see? You get that one, and then also one of these cloth wipes thingies to clean the packer with, I guess, and then a card which I haven't opened yet, but it's their two cards, one with their rewards, so you can earn a little bit of money by giving them a review of the packer basically, and then the other card is a cleaning and maintenance guide. All right, so here's the prosthetic. It has the same sort of feeling like their other prosthetics. Right now it's a little bit sticky, so I might need to put on some powder on this. But yeah, this is what it looks like. It is definitely not small, but it is smaller than the previous STP that I tried, which looked like this. So as you can see, it is a bit smaller and obviously uncut as well. So if you prefer that, this one is the one to choose. So personally, I prefer uncut prosthetics just because if I were a cis man, my penis would not be cut because that's just not common here in Sweden. So definitely vibe with this one on that front. And I do like that it's a bit smaller, looks a bit unique. But yeah, I'm gonna bring this closer to you so you can see some details. All right, obviously it is painted. We have some veins here on the balls. And this is what the hole looks like. Got some veins here as well that are not painted as far as I can see, a little bit maybe. This is what the cup looks like. Very big cup, and it has this no spill edge or lip, which I really like because I've never spilled with this one yet, honestly, because of that, which is really nice. Now going into the actual review, if it works well, if it's comfortable, I'll show you what it looks like in underwear, but starting with just if it works well, can you actually pee with it without spilling and peeing all over yourself, which does happen with some prosthetics. And for me and for my body, this STP works perfectly, just like the other one, this one. So just because they have the same sort of cup, and I'm pretty sure all of Ackobom's new STPs have this type of cup, so they do have like smaller designs if you would be interested in that and don't want anything that's this big. But personally, I also like that it's a little bit bigger because the cup is bigger. So if I have like a heavy flow and if I really have to pee and I can't pee slowly, if that makes sense, it's nice because it's not going to overflow. It's not going to overfill and spill over. Because like I said, I've peed with this multiple times and that's never happened. And also, since the shaft is a bit longer, it's easier to actually reach and for it to reach out of your pants properly, because obviously this is not going to be placed on your body the same way that it's placed on a cis man, because you have to place it slightly more below so that you're not gonna pee outside, so that you're actually gonna pee in the cup, if that makes sense. However, as you can see, the shaft is not like free, it's stuck with the balls, so you can't really move it around freely. However, with this one, for example, you can definitely pee in whichever direction you want to, basically, and also pack with it up. With this one, when you pack with it, you have to like pack like this, and then just when you pee, you just put this out basically. But like I said, it's really easy to pee with. Like usually when getting a new STP, you need to practice with it. But for me, I haven't really needed to do that with this one. It just worked the first time I did it. But still, I always recommend to start off in the shower with it, so that if you have an accident and pee and it or spill over the edge or something, it's not gonna get all over your pants or anything. So always try that first and then move to the toilet at home, maybe with just underwear, and then you can start practicing with your pants on before like moving into the urinals and doing it in public or in a public bathroom. Personally, I have never still tried a urinal because I'm still too scared in case of something spilling over or happening. And typically with STPs, I still feel like like before you pee, you kind of need to adjust it and put it in the right place before you start peeing, especially if you don't have anything to secure it with. So that can be a little bit annoying, but that's in my opinion with all STPs in general, that if you wear it and walk around, it is gonna move around. So when you pee, you actually have to spread your legs a little bit, make sure the cup is in place, and then go ahead and pee. And also a game changer when it comes to STPing is to wear the right kind of underwear. So if you don't have like STP underwear, packing underwear, which I don't have, I've just gotten a simple pair of boxers that have a hole in the flap, what's it called, so that when I'm having this or using it, it's gonna be on me like so, sort of. And then obviously when I pee, I can just open the flap here and then just pee. So that's extremely helpful, but because before, when I didn't have those, you really have to pull down your underwear a lot to be able to pee, which if you're in public or if you just want it to be quick and easy, is gonna be more of a hassle. So I definitely recommend that if you wanna start STPing more often. Also with this one, when you pee with it, I recommend to hold it a bit looser, not very tightly, because with some STPs that are a little bit more firm, you can definitely do that, and maybe you need to do that so that you don't spill. But with this one, as you can see, since it is very movable, if you just push it hard against your body, it's gonna like, the cup is not gonna be doing its job because it's gonna be flat against your body, or maybe the edge is gonna end up like this against you. So I definitely recommend that. And then I also recommend securing this to your body in some type of way, because I've just been having it freely in my underwear. And obviously this one, as you can see, has a little tab over it so that you can actually stick it to your body so that it's not gonna move around, it's gonna stay in place so that it's easier to just go and pee when you need to pee. But like I said, for me, this has just been in the way a little bit, so it's been moving around, which is my bad for not securing it with anything. If you also find this to be in the way, of course you can just cut it off, but I wanted to show it to you without doing that. All right, let's move on. I'm going to show you what it looks like to pack with in underwear and different kinds of pants. As you can see, since the packer is hollow, the shaft is going to become like flat, which is personally why I usually prefer soft packers. But for an STP, like the bulge is still not too big and it still looks good. And this is in a pair of regular sweatpants, or like pretty thin sweatpants, which I usually wear like at home or to the gym. And in this case, I would just like pull them down a little bit and then open the flap here to pee. So if you want to get this prosthetic or anything else from Ackobom's website, you can use code Benji to get 10% off, which also supports me. So I really much appreciate it if you want to get any other prosthetics. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful and entertaining, and I'll hopefully see you in the next one. Bye-bye.